Hampton is the happiest child, always a smile on his face. Tough, strong. His name means valiant warrior.
Most of us wait a lifetime for a story, and Hampton's got one at 6 weeks old. He was born, just like any of our other children, came in magnificent form. He was perfect. He was probably 3 weeks old, and he started having these rapid breathing sessions at night. It sounded like he had just run a little marathon. Margaret Ann called me, and she said, "I'm worried about Buddy."
And I just had this gut feeling in myself.
It was very scary. He was as white as Margaret Ann's shirt. Hampton stopped breathing 3 different times. I kept thinking to myself, if I can just get him to Eggleston, if I can just get him to the hospital, we can, this can be taken care of. And I see the hospital sign, and I'm like, we're here. A nurse by the name of Sarah, I still remember her name.
I was working in the ED that day, and Hampton came in.
And she's looking right down his nose, and she just says, what's going on right here?
I noticed that there was a lump on his neck.
There was just a small little, a little bump.
I was surprised, and he was surprised, and he said, "No, I haven't seen that before. I don't know what that is."
I've been bathing him for 6 weeks and putting him to bed every night. I've never noticed.
I guess that kind of started the ball rolling, and I went and talked to one of our physicians, and so we decided to do some imaging.
About 2:30 or 3 o'clock Tuesday afternoon, we're kind of hit with the hardest news you can hit as a parent. There's a mass in Hampton's neck, and it's growing, and her exact words were, extremely concerned. We said we weren't going to Google, the term neuroblastoma, which was thought to be the diagnosis. It later came back that that's exactly what it was. It's a very rare cancer in children.
We were told if we had waited another day, his throat could have been completely closed.
The fact that got by us, but very quickly, within an hour, a nurse, witnessed this and saw this, which ultimately did save Hampton's life. So we started the chemo very quickly.
He will command his angels.
Yeah, it's his prayer blanket. Everyone got their own patch or own square and could create it however they wanted. And then Mom had it made into a quilt. And the quilt was wrapped around Hampton every time I took him to Eggleston for chemo.
And I got a call from Dr. Kayat, and she said, "Well, Dad, we had an awesome scan." And I said, "Well, describe awesome." We've looked at the images, and we can't find a trace of the cancer anywhere.
I just remember saying, "It's over, it's over."
The experience that we had was remarkable. Again, the doctors were phenomenal, the nurses, and just the outreach. We had so many people looking after us.
No, this never happened. This is so special.
The hospital found Sarah, who was the nurse who found the lump in Hampton's neck. As busy as an ER can be, you think, how does someone recognize this thing that saved Hampton's life? Let's go see our friend, buddy. We're just very blessed to be able to say hello. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you? Whenever I come into work, I try to come in with the attitude of being open and being sort of ready to take part in whatever piece of family story that I can.
Thank you very much.
And a lot of times I just come in and I know I'm going to be taking care of patients and loving them and caring for their family.
We have been thinking about you so much.
This is a really, really wonderful moment, and I'm thankful that I was there.
Charles Hampton Masters, valiant warrior.
Valiant warrior. He's absolutely our hero.
Our 6-week-old child has taught us more about life than we could have ever imagined.